Skeletons at the Banquet. This is basically a song about people who don't enjoy what they got. Because I was traveling with somebody who I love dearly, but we were in like these really nice, neat places, and the person just wasn't, it felt to me like the person wasn't really enjoying it. And that was sort of the seed that grew into the idea for the lyrics for this song. Just the idea that it's like, look around you, dude, like this is amazing. And the person's like sleeping or just like unimpressed or whatever. It's like, you are like a skeleton at the banquet. You are like, you're drinking the wine, you're eating the grapes, but it's going straight down. You ain't enjoying it. You ain't enjoying it, and that's a shame. And so this song's kind of interesting and fun because it's like, we're skeletons eating at the banquet. You get it? Because like, we don't enjoy what we got. We don't taste what we got. It's all useless. It's all futile. So that's like the first section of the song, like pre-chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then the second half, second verse, pre-chorus, chorus. It moves from the banquet hall to the bedroom, and I have always like wanted to write about sex, but you know, I don't know sex bands. What, Motley Crue? They're a sex band, right? They're a sex band. So so I was like, I've always wanted to write about sex, but you want it to be artistically interesting, you know? So I just applied the same principle of like a good meal to like a good sex. And these skeletons go home, and I don't know how, because they don't have the proper organs anymore, you know? I mean, maybe they're not skeletons, maybe they're like Return of the Living Dead, really emaciated zombie types, but no, they go home and they do it, and it's the same thing. It's like, we're just, but there's no love, there's no connection. It's just another bodily function. And so I wanted to kind of speak to that kind of mentality in people who they have the most delicious meal or the most delicious person on the other end, and it's either just an object, or it's something that is a means to an end, or it's something that you don't appreciate the way that you should. Ain't no shit from mom at home. I'm not doing no laundry. Okay.
No more.
Ready?
I was gonna make a line.
Are you ready? Are you done? Can we proceed now?
I'm done, man.
Yeah.
That was a good line. You got my inspiration going.
So Skeletons at the Banquet is one of our heavier songs that we've got on this album. It features a couple little bass breaks in there where I get dirty on the fuzz for it. It kind of breaks away, kind of lets me do my thing on there. I got to be kind of a really solid bass player on top of everything else that all the guitars and everything are doing, so I almost try to be like a rhythm guitar player under being a bass player as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on that one too.
So as far as favorite songs go, I'd say it comes between two. Either Skeletons or Fivers. Skeletons just for the mere fact that it's a really fast song, a lot of down picking, that's mainly how it's played. It's got a cool chorus, and it's just really fast. It's fun.
One of the songs I'm most excited for is Skeletons at the Banquet, because I was really inspired by Gavin Harrison for that drum part, which is in the second verse. If you want to listen to Bonnie the Cat by Porcupine Tree, you'll hear some similarities there. It's not a rip-off by any means, but you'll see what I mean. So Skeletons was written by Mike. I'm sure that we all had some contribution, but like 98% of that song probably was Mike. And the working title on that song was In the Name of Inigo Montoya, because the riff is very similar to In the Name of God by Dream Theater, but it's also kind of Spanish-y and stuff. And so obviously you think of Princess Bride in that moment, and Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die, etc. So that song was really fun to mash up. It's got some weird time signature stuff in it. My drums on that track, there's a little middle section in Skeletons where the guitars do this really tightly syncopated riff, and I follow along, which is easy for me because I have 2 hands and 2 feet. But for them to use their 4 fingers, for some reason this section just gets them tied up. And there's a little samba-y-esque section in the middle there, right after the really hard guitar riff. And that was a lot of fun to throw in there. It reminds me vaguely of Spirit of Radio, how they just kind of threw in the little reggae influence in the middle. But that was a lot of fun to just pop in and have a little fun with. It was fun to have fun with it. It was fun. And I hope you'll have fun too. The end.